Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sumi and I'm the owner and illustrator of the Mochi Cloud. And today I'm going to flip through my Hobonichi cousin Avec for the year 2022, especially the month of December, because that's something that I haven't done yet on this channel. And I think I just started the new year with a different video and hence, didn't show the December flip through. And I will also talk a little bit about the Hobonichi weeks because it did start planning a little bit in December in the Hobonichi weeks for 2023. If you don't know, the Hobonichi weeks generally starts, towards the end of November of the previous year. So you do have 1 month worth of, spreads that you can actually plan in if you are purchasing weeks for the next year. All right, so going right into it, December was an interesting month because it just went by really quick. But it was also the month that I tried to experiment a little bit with my spreads and started using a little bit more stickers and washi in my journal and planners. And as usual, if you have seen any of my other videos, you know that I do have a small art piece at the beginning of the month, the page that starts just before the daily spreads start. And this is just, I think they're seagulls, but they don't look anything like seagulls after I've drawn them. I just drew a bunch of birds, and I was reading a book called Japanese Death Poems, and they were talking a little bit about birds in it, and which is why I've written this spread. December 1st and December 2nd, nothing particularly great about it, and if I do remember correctly, December 2nd was the day that I did not plan anything in this book, and this is actually added in much later towards the end of the month because I was trying to figure out certain colors for one of my fountain pen purchases. So it was actually for Kawiko. I think that's how you say it, Kawiko, or is it Kawiko? I'm not very sure. I think it's Kawiko. But I'm completely new to the fountain pen world, and I started seeing myself get sucked into the rabbit hole of fountain pens, and I have actually made a purchase. So I will show you what I purchased much later in the month. On the 3rd, we did have a bunch of furniture that we had to assemble, and honestly, assembling furniture from IKEA is kind of like the bane of my existence because after it's done, you do feel accomplished, but at what cost? I always feel so tired when I'm done with furniture assembly, especially because I was assembling the shelf in my office room because I wanted to store all my books and some of my stationery actually. And towards the start of 4th, you'll start to see a little bit, and even earlier as well, you'll start to see a little change in the way that I add stickers into my journal or planner. I really started using some washi that I have, which I don't have many, but I started layering some washi and adding stickers on them, and you'll see much later that I start getting more into how to add more stickers into it. So on the 5th, again, there were more things to do. I had orders lined up because, as usual, I generally get orders over the weekend, and I fulfill it over the beginning of the week. And I did have some learning as well to do. And you can also see that on the 5th, I did set up my weeks, and I was planning to move into the Hobonichi weeks on this particular day. On the 6th, more furniture assembly. I was cutting more memo pads for my orders that have come on the weekend, and on the 8th, which was Thursday, there was nothing much interesting, but on the 9th, it was actually my birthday on December 9th. and I don't think I planned much on that particular day. It was just my husband and I, and we just had a very, very small celebration. We just got a slice of cake, and I really don't celebrate my birthday much, and I do like it when it's just really close family, and basically that's it. I did get a wonderful birthday present from my husband, and this is actually a you know, it was on the packaging. It is the 35th anniversary Akira book set, and it was one of my you know, things that I really wanted to purchase in my lifetime, and I think he knew that I wanted it like from years ago, and I was really shocked to see that he had purchased it, and he had actually kept it completely away from my eyes. Well, I did not know that there was a package sitting there. I thought they were just like pots and pans, because we did make a lot of purchase for pots and pans over Thanksgiving. So I was really happy that I got this Akira book set. It's sitting very comfortably on my bookshelf, the one that that I assembled a couple of days ago. On the 10th, I actually made a purchase from Yoseka Stationery for, I believe it was the Midori Chirato index clips, because I realized that I did need some of those. It's actually these clips that you see here. So and when I received the order, I had just left this space blank because it was a Saturday, and I generally don't tend to plan much on the weekends, apart from, you know, uploading the new YouTube video and setting up my descriptions for it. But I just they included a postcard in my order, and I think they include a postcard in every order, and I just really liked it, and I just stuck it into this journal. It's really cute. This is the whole team from Yoseka Stationery, and I don't think I still can figure out who is who, but I do know a few of them, not personally, but from the YouTube videos that they have shared on their channel. So I was really happy with my purchase. I have included a Myogajiji, you know, sticky, I think this is a page flag from Hobonichi, from the Inuyasha collection. I've just included it here because it was my birthday on the 9th, and I just wanted to commemorate this day in case I ever want to take this planner and flip through it ever again. On the 11th and 12th, I was still working on a custom order that I had received earlier in the month, and there were a few more things that I needed to do, so I was just writing down what needs to be done for that. On the 13th and the 14th, I guess I got my order on the 14th, and this is when I stuck my postcard from Yoseka Stationery on that particular page. On the 13th, I was just doodling some washi ideas because I really want to try and make some washi tape from some of my existing drawings that I've already done. I just need to assemble them properly and make sure that they fit in, you know, the washi standard template. So I was just doodling some ideas about it, and I think on the 15th, I think this is the day that I made the purchase. I was not sure when I made the purchase. I think I made the purchase on the 15th and not the 10th. So on the 15th, it was just, I was really tired. I'm not very sure why, and it looks like I was PMSing, so that makes sense. And when I get in one of my moods when I am, you know, PMSing. So I think I did film the footage. I think I filmed for my YouTube video quite later in the week on the 15th. And I remember panicking on the 17th because that's usually when I start to assemble and upload my video so that I can put it up on the Sunday, that I could not find my YouTube footage. And I did panic, and it's the situation where my phone does not immediately store the footage that I had filmed. And I kind of had a bad moment the day, and later on it just appeared back again in my phone. So that was a weird day. And on the 18th, I believe we had gone to a friend's house to watch the finals for the World Cup, and I did have Chipotle at their place for lunch. It was a nice day, and after coming back, we just lounged about the entire day. This was another sticker that had come in the order from the order that I had placed in the Osaka stationery store, and I just stuck that on the 19th. Nothing much on the following days, but I think I was starting to feel very much into the holiday spirit. So although I don't celebrate Christmas particularly, but I do think that towards the end of the year, you start feeling, oh, do I really need to work? I could just take a few days off, because everybody is off. And when you don't have a lot of things going around and not many things to look into, I start feeling like, oh, maybe I should just, chill for a couple of days. And that was only on the 20th, apparently, because 21st and 22nd was extremely busy for me. I think I started recording, setting up my Hobonichi weeks a little better, and I started to film my Hobonichi weeks plan with me every week. And this is when it was, starting to get a little overwhelming for me, because I could not fit everything related to my schedule in the Hobonichi Cousin, which is one of the reasons why I split it into my Hobonichi weeks as well. So all my, social media stuff goes in there now. And on the 22nd, I was just rambling about the new Chainsaw Man anime. I really, really loved episode 8, and actually my favorite ending song. If you don't know, Chainsaw Man is an anime, and it's actually a manga which has been adopted into an anime recently. And I think they did the manga I think they did justice to the manga, I feel. I read manga more, and while I enjoy reading manga, there are certain things about an anime that hits different, especially when it comes to something that has been produced at a grand scale like Chainsaw Man, because if you don't know, every ending song for each episode is different, and it kind of relates to how the episode has been structured. So I think my favorite episode was episode 8. It was beautiful, and I think the ending song for episode 8 was even better. It's beautifully done, and I was just writing about it. So if you haven't watched Chainsaw Man, go ahead and give it a try. It is a little gore centric, but it's really good. On the 23rd and the 24th, I believe I had new, I was planning to release printables in my shop, and that was the whole gist of the latter half of my December. And I just had so much to do because printables was a new thing that I was trying out, and since I had not set it up prior, I had to do a bunch of things for the first time. On the 25th, that was Christmas Day, I didn't do anything, honestly. Just doodled a Christmas tree, which was not even that great, to be honest. And of course, on the 26th, we had to order some groceries from Costco, and I think I started getting into the whole fountain pen rabbit hole at this particular time. I start rambling about, what kind of nib that I need, because I'm very much loyal to the Sakura Pigma Micron 05, which is what I use. And the 05 is really good. So I was trying to figure out which is the most comparable to this 05. Yeah, and on the 27th, nothing particular. I did receive one order from, my new printable, and it was, I was really excited to get the order. Since it's a digital download, it was readily available for them. And on the 28th, we didn't do much. It was just me trying to just get into the holiday spirit a little bit, even though, I was just not feeling it. I did doodle this tiny chef. And on the 29th, you see that I start doodling a bit more. I do remember making kimchi tofu soup, and I just love making kimchi tofu soup. It's the most easiest thing that you can ever make, and I have become an expert in it, and my husband really enjoys it as well. So it's really quick to make, and it was nice, and this has kind of become like my comfort food over the last couple of weeks, in fact. On the 30th, Friday, didn't do much there. I don't think I released any new product on this day either. I was starting to get, again, like I said, really into the whole rabbit hole of fountain pens, and it just happened to be, I just found Goulet Pens. I just found the Goulet Pens podcast, and I was just listening to it constantly. And on the 31st, the last day of December, I didn't plan anything. Again, I wrote a small letter to the Hobonichi cousin as a goodbye, and it was, if you haven't seen my the video that I posted on January 2nd, I was feeling really really upset when I was trying to move into the new planner for 2023, my daily planner. So it was a day where I was just giving a little bit of grace to the Hobonichi cousin Avec, because it has been my companion for the last 6 months of 2022. And I just wrote a very small letter to the Hobonichi cousin. I'm not going to read it. You can pause and read it if you do want to, but I think I will continue to do that, because I think it's a small thing that I wanted to gift back into this this particular planner. The pages have been an extreme comfort to me, and in days where I have just not been in any mood to do anything, I have been able to just write about it. And so I think it was fitting for me to say a small goodbye to this particular planner. Yeah, so that has been my December. I will now move on to the weeks really quickly. And I think December in my Hobonichi weeks is when I just started, not particularly filming, but just trying to figure out some layouts. I didn't pre-plan anything in the month of December. These were the pages that I just set up just for figuring out how I want to have, my pages laid out. And I have noticed that I do like it when I don't do a particular layout. I like it when I'm trying to experiment things every single day or every single week. So on the week of the 51st week, I drew a line right here and added some stickers on this side. This is from my shop. And on the next week, I did it on the inverse, and I kind of like this layout a little bit better, because I have a space right here to do something. And this is what I've been trying to figure out with my Hobonichi weeks. If you don't know, this is the One Piece to the New World weeks, and I think this is serving me really well as well in being, a companion to the Hobonichi cousin. And So I think I'm going to do a really high level, really overview of how my Hobonichi cousin has turned out for 2023 or 2022. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to give you a really quick flip through of the Hobonichi cousin. I'm only going to go through the daily pages, and this is probably going to be a silent one. I will just layer some music on here and I will just give you a quick flip through. I'm really happy that I did write something every single day on the You're at a Glance page. So without further ado, I'm gonna go into the daily flip through of my Hobonichi cousin.